Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the most highly anticipated events of the evening here, as Mr. Stockpole enters Mr. Ian Aldwin, the man running rampant in Fighting Spirit Wrestling. In this I Quit match, this will be absolutely unbelievable. This will be perhaps one of the most bloody matches you've seen. These two guys have been going at it for quite some time, and this is an absolute war. Mr. Cyrus Deville been on the wrong end of the stick quite often in this brawl, and we'll see how things end here tonight as an I Quit match. The only way anyone wins this match is to have their opponents I Quit, and I think it'll be an absolutely unbelievable match here. And the fans here are clearly not a fan of Mr. Stockpole, not a fan of the Stockpole era, and not a fan of Mr. Ian Aldwin.
Well, these fans are not exactly rocket scientists either.
As Mr. Ian Aldwin goes up to the middle rope, and no one cares apparently, because he has no love here. There's no love lost here between the fans.
You don't need love when you can kick someone's ass.
Cyrus Deville to make his way into the ring, and this has been an absolutely bloody feud, ladies and gentlemen. We're not quite sure what's going to go on here.
This is going to be brutal, Wesley.
Absolutely, it's been brutal every time these two guys have entered the squared circle. Too often, it's been Cyrus Deville left bloody in the center of the ring, looking up at the lights or looking down at the mat with blood all over himself at the hands of Mr. Ian Aldwin, who bloody thrashed a bottle of beer over his face, over his head last time.
And I predict we'll be repeating a pattern this evening.
Bloody beat his head bloody 2 months ago. That's only the straw. And Mr. Ian Aldwin running rampant, and Cyrus Deville would like to put a stop to that tonight.
Looks like Cyrus got some war paint on.
Absolutely, Cyrus Deville, all business in the center of the ring, the ex-member of The Edge here at Fighting Spirit Wrestling. And I'm sure we'll have some words from Mr. Stockpole before we get started.
Hopefully. As you would say, a mastodon in that ring.
And Mr. Deville ready to get it on early here, having words with Mr. Ian Aldwin in the center of the ring.
Stackpole smart, getting out of there real soon.
And Mr. Stockpole partly responsible for orchestrating this bloody feud.
This is going to be brutal, Wesley. I hope you can hold on to dinner.
Well, I anticipate an unbelievable, brutal match. And the bell's rung, ladies and gentlemen, and here we are at the main event, the bloody grudge match. As Ian Aldwin going at it, having a go here with Cyrus Deville.
These two bulls.
And these guys bloody hate each other. And I think they're both looking for closure.
Oh, look at that. Some hats off to the luchadors of the evening.
Absolutely.
Cyrus looks like Alice Cooper.
And Cyrus Deville diving out of the center. Bloody thrashing Ian Aldwin. Have another go at him again there.
Doesn't take just one to get Aldwin off his feet.
Absolutely, Mr. Aldwin, you got to beat him merciless to pin this man. And Cyrus Deville blasts his head down upon the apron there. And Mr. Deville is all business here, ladies and gentlemen. And he's stalking Ian Aldwin outside the ring and will toss him in.
FSW's very first I Quit match. Do you know how much it's going to take to get one of these men to say I quit?
Absolutely. Both of these guys have a lot of pride, lot of just massive strength, massive ability, and it will not be easy.
That was quite a dive there from the canvas.
Absolutely. And now have a go in the corner.
You know, we may have a winner at the end of this, but I don't know if anyone's going to be standing.
There's no question this will end up bloody somehow. As Ian Aldwin trying to get his wits about him in the corner. And a big elbow to the face by Cyrus Deville.
Been all Cyrus so far in this contest.
And another splash. And a reversal there. Ian Aldwin tossing him into the corner.
That may turn the tide.
A big shoulder to the body, to the midsection there by Mr. Aldwin.
Look at Stackpole. Look what he's got in his hands.
Mr. Stockpole walking about.
That's a
large stick there.
That's a Singapore's cane is what it is.
Ooh. A big suplex there. Up against the ropes.
Yeah, cutting Cyrus up at the knees.
And Cyrus Deville in trouble here, ladies and gentlemen, as Ian Aldwin looking devious in the center of the ring, looking to plot his next move here. Cyrus Deville writhing in pain in the corner. And I don't like the look of that cane there that Mr. Stockpole is holding, and a big boot to the face there by Mr. Ian Aldwin.
I like it. Somebody's going to get to use it. All right there, we just saw the ref check in with Cyrus. And here again.
And what's the ref to do here when a big slop to the face there by Mr. Stockpole, another slop to the face.
Even though it's an I Quit match, once there's a microphone around, you can't expect PJ to keep quiet. That's a no.
Oh. And Ian Aldwin bloody mashing him in the face with the microphone as Mr. Stockpole looks on with glee.
Well, he should have quit. Lots of pride in the line here. Lots of body parts on the line here.
Absolutely, and Mr. Cyrus Deville at a clear disadvantage, of course, because his opponent managed by the CEO of Fighting Spirit Wrestling.
No answer there from Cyrus.
No answer. He's tough as nails there.
Ian Aldwin, he got that last forearm in like a shotgun. He cocked it before he hit him.
Absolutely. And Mr. Ian Aldwin misses with the clothesline there. And Cyrus Deville makes him pay for it. And Mr. Ian Aldwin smacking the microphone away from the referee Ozzy here.
Well, it's insulting. It was just a suplex. He's not going to quit after that.
And a bag of trinkets there on the side of the ring.
It's crutches.
Cyrus Deville tossing in two crutches, a Singapore cane there. And what else does he have there? Perhaps thumbtacks? I don't know what he got in that bag there, but it looks pretty brutal.
Someone might need those crutches to walk around by the end of the night.
You're absolutely 100% correct, Mr. Steranko. And this is an absolutely brutal match. This is not going to be some easy match here. This is going to be pain and suffering. These guys hate each other, absolutely bloody hate each other.
What is Cyrus putting on that glove for?
And Cyrus Deville putting on some sort of a glove.
You got to wonder what exactly is on that glove.
Absolutely.
Oh, he's opening up Ian Aldwin's.
Unbelievable. And ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cyrus Deville
It's a glove that must be filled with.
It looks like he got the thumbtacks on the glove. Something's going on there, but he is bloody, making Mr. Ian Aldwin pay. Mr. Ian Aldwin writhing in pain in the center of the ring.
Aldwin's chest is bloody right now.
Mr. Ian Aldwin bleeding. He's not an easy customer to deal with. I think you'll need more, Mr. Steranko, than just start to make this man quit.
Well, so far, it's been Cyrus's best offense.
And Cyrus Deville here.
That was not it.
All the leverage here, trying to make him quit in the submission move there. And he won't need a glove here with that kind of a maneuver. But no.
That was not an I quit. Let's just clear that up for the audience.
Absolutely not.
Oh, whoa. Watch out there, Stackpole.
And Mr. Ian Aldwin bleeding profusely. And Mr. Aldwin completely out of line. Now you don't do that. You don't do that to an official. That's absolutely not the right thing to do.
Hey, there's no rules. This is an I quit match.
You know, I was watching some old WWF, as we used to call it back in the day, and Mr. Kurt Hennig had put his hands on the referee, and even Mr. Ventura. Mr. Ventura said you should never put your hands on an official, as Cyrus Deville on the business end of a crutch up against his neck.
First of all, how dare you say something about that like a legend or like Jesse Ventura. Second of all, this match ends when someone says I quit, not when the referee gets knocked out or someone gets upset.
And the cookie sheet there to the midsection.
Oh, that didn't work out for Ian.
And a bit of a ricochet off the top rope there. You got to watch those top ropes there as Cyrus Deville bloody mashes them. Again, Mr. Deville in control at this point in the match, and a short DDT there.
Onto that cookie sheet.
And at this point, I think well, there's no referee to see if they quit, as it were. How are we going to find out who quit when there's no referee to officiate here, Mr. Steranko? This is a disgrace.
Do you really think Aldwin's going to quit at this point?
It's an absolute disgrace here. We got no one to officiate this match. You can't trust Mr. Stockpole to do it. He's clearly on the side of Mr. Ian Aldwin.
Hey, he's running the show nowadays. He can be an official.
And Ian Aldwin writhing in pain in the center of the ring. Cyrus Deville outside, climbing up to the top rope here. But Mr. Stockpole lurking about and just smacked him in the face as Ian Aldwin.
Cyrus taking way too much time to get up there.
And bloody blasted him again with that cane. And Ian Aldwin using all twos at his disposal to make Cyrus Deville pay.
This is brutal. I believe those are handcuffs that PJ Stackpole is handing to Ian Aldwin.
Now, what's Mr. Stockpole insinuating here?
It doesn't take a rocket scientist. We're going to insinuate that we're going to handcuff Cyrus somewhere and beat the snot out of him.
And Cyrus Deville in trouble at this point. As Ian Aldwin working on him. Mr. Stockpole walking around the ring with that cane there.
Magnesium. Here we go. The beginning of the end, in my opinion.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is what you might call checkmate. If you can get him into this spot here, it may be over.
Hey, Stackpole's getting in on the fun.
Or at least check. He's in check at this point. Mr. Stockpole outside the ring with a menagerie of weapons at his disposal from that rubber con there that just fell to the side. And this doesn't look like to be a good ending here tonight for Mr. Cyrus Deville.
Look at this. All these months leading up to this. Oh.
And Mr. Stockpole asking Cyrus Deville if he'll quit. He's in no position here as he's handcuffed to the top rope. And he's bloody mashed again with that cane as Ian Aldwin running rampant here.
This is months of blood sport leading up to this moment.
And bloody, he's just given him an absolute beating here, and this is not fair at this point, ladies and gentlemen.
But no quit yet.
Well, no pun intended, unless he gets the keys to those handcuffs, Mr. Steranko. It doesn't look like Mr. Cyrus Deville's going anywhere.
Wait a second. Looks like PJ Stackpole's getting comfortable here. Looks like he's ready for some action.
And Mr. Stockpole loosening up the shirt there, taking off the jacket.
Look at these fans making fun of him because he had a little slip into the ring. What's wrong with these people?
Well, the fans, you can't get nothing past these great fans here at Flight and Spear Wrestling, and for some reason, Mr. Cyrus Deville was released from the handcuffs there.
That's because he's done. He's barely conscious. You can give him a shotgun, doesn't matter.
Ian Aldwin.
Look at this, look at this. Turn your face, Wesley.
And missing Cyrus Deville there, hitting the ring post with that cane. The cane breaks into two pieces there. And Cyrus Deville taking half of the cane there, and he's given a proper whipping here to Ian Aldwin, as Ian Aldwin on the floor, rather moving about outside the ring.
It's surprising to me that, surprising me that Cyrus Deville is even moving. But he's moving enough to add a garbage can into this equation.
Absolutely, Mr. Cyrus Deville utilizing all the tools at his disposal, but just properly body slammed onto the hard floor there by Mr. Ian Aldwin.
Yeah, no one's quitting this match so far, and that concrete floor has no give either.
Absolutely, and this has been the most bloody match we've seen this evening. As Mr. Stockpole looks on.
This is it. Cyrus is, as they say, bugging not to be given up right now.
Well, Mr. Stockpole asking all the questions but not giving the right answers, or getting the right answers. Or the answers he wants to hear.
What exactly is it going to take to make Cyrus say, I quit?
And a massive knee. And Ian Aldwin working on Cyrus Deville. Cyrus Deville still feeling that whipping he caught when he was handcuffed to the top rope.
Ian Aldwin having some devious thoughts here.
Absolutely. Mr. Ian Aldwin, the machinations of evil going through his head at this point.
With the assist from PJ Stackpole. Yeah, see, it helps to have friends.
And a massive spear there, unbelievable. He bloody mashed him with a spear. Ian Aldwin has been blasted.
Surprising.
There's Cyrus Deville there.
I'm in shock and awe on how much Cyrus Deville can actually take. How much can he maintain?
Unbelievable. Shades of Lawrence Taylor there, ladies and gentlemen, as he bloody thrashed him with that spear.
Now sacks like LT.
And Cyrus Deville working with that cane. And Mr. Ian Aldwin feeling it for sure, ladies and gentlemen.
Maybe that's Ian Aldwin introduced that garbage can. Now it's getting used against him.
Absolutely, as Cyrus Deville whips him up against the rope there.
Oh! Great opposition there from Ian Aldwin.
Ian Aldwin pulling the tricks out of his bag, as it were.
He's buying himself some time is what he's doing. No quit yet. This is actually stressing out PJ Stackpole, if you see.
Absolutely. Mr. Stockpole, the same thought in his mind that me and Mr. Steranko have. What will it take to make Cyrus Deville quit?
Hey, we might be here all night. Ian Aldwin propping him up there. What the hell else can he do against this man? Except maybe light him on fire. Ian Aldwin struggling to get up there. He's feeling the effects of this match as well.
And Mr. Ian Aldwin had plans. Perhaps not executed there.
Looks like he has some other plans.
And Cyrus Deville now a sitting duck. Sitting at the top rope. Absorbing the punches.
What can he possibly do?
From Ian Aldwin.
Aldwin also getting frustrated. Look at him. Pacing around the ring, wondering what to do next.
Absolutely. He's out of answers, is Mr. Ian Aldwin here. As everything he's tried to do, he's bloody smashed him with canes. Handcuffed him to the top rope. Bloody whipped him, and it cannot make Mr. Cyrus Deville say, I quit.
Uh-oh, Stackpole just handed him a package. What's in said package?
It's a mystery at this point, ladies and gentlemen.
Not anymore.
Wait a minute. There he goes.
Not anymore.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are thumbtacks coming out of that package.
Oh, my.
All in the center of the ring, ladies and gentlemen, thumbtacks.
Oh, this is going to be great.
And reminiscent of a time
I hope the ambulance is ready.
Where Mick Foley was tombstoned by The Undertaker. And wait a minute, he suplexed him onto the thumbtacks, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Cyrus Deville has suplexed Mr. Ian Aldwin right onto his backside, onto those thumbtacks. And Mr. Ian Aldwin looks like a boxer who's been thoroughly punched and doesn't know that he's been knocked out.
He's dismayed in pain.
Absolutely, as the thumbtacks entering his body. And now Cyrus Deville wants to have a go here. And what's he doing with the cell phone there?
Oh, this is get. What? Oh.
Well, he blasted him right in the face there.
That's what he thinks about his T-Mobile plan.
Cyrus Deville clearly in control at this point in the match.
I wouldn't expect it.
And I would say, Mr. Deville, do not be misdirected by Mr. Stockpole. Stay where you are at this point and try to make this gentleman quit.
And these guys about to get in the mix.
And what's he going to do here? Trying to get him over for a cloverleaf or...
That's a sharpshooter.
The sharpshooter there.
My.
Tough to see from this angle exactly what's going on in the ring.
Whoa!
Unbelievable.
What?
Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Cyrus Deville has made Mr. Ian Aldwin quit.
I think we heard that wrong. The ref heard it wrong.
And the sharpshooter is the end for the end here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Cyrus Deville victorious in the first ever I Quit match here at Fighting Spear Wrestling with thumbtacks, canes, all types of things, cookie sheets, cell phones. It was absolutely unbelievable.
That's what won the match there. It wasn't a man beating another man. Ian Aldwin was beaten by thumbtacks and a cell phone.
Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for coming out to the Lucha Libre Extravaganza. It was an absolutely unbelievable event, and I thank Mr. Steranko, or Senor Steranko as it were.
You're welcome.
And we'll see you next month, ladies and gentlemen, at Legends Never Die. We have an absolutely unbelievable show. Go to FightingSpearWrestling.com for tickets. And connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And we'll see you next time.
Lucha Libre Extravaganza. Question, Wesley. ¿A dónde estás las mujeres de la noche?
Well, Mr. Steranko, I have Mrs. Bolls there, and I'm a happily married man, but you're free to do what you wish.
Well, maybe I'll pick up Cyrus Deville over there and cheer him up. We'll see. What a fight.
Absolutely. And the end here, in the center of the ring.
It's not the end of Lucha Libre Extravaganza, yes.
Mr. Ian Aldwin in the center of the ring, with of course Mr. Leon Mason, and of course Mr. Stockpole, as we are in the Stockpole era. And what's going on here? Big slap to the face.
Oh man.
To Leon Mason by Ian Aldwin. And we have some dissent going on here in Snot.
There's some frustration in the end, actually.
You listen to me. You don't listen to him. You're my bitch.
Another smack to the face there.
Oh my. Yeah, that's inevitable.
As Leon Mason taking matters into his own hands here.
You know, those thumbtacks are still on the floor of that mat.
Absolutely, as the crowd chanting one more time here. And the crowd gets what they want as Mr. Leon Mason bloody thrashing Mr. Stockpole, Mr. Ian Aldwin here.
Yeah, Aldwin just went through a hell of a war. Can't really defend. Whoa, wait a second.
And ladies and gentlemen, what is going on here? Leon Mason has demasked. Leon Mason has demasked, ladies and gentlemen. It's the first time we've gotten a look at that face there.
Great. I won't be able to sleep for a month.
And is this the end of the end, ladies and gentlemen, as Leon Mason taking off the mask after bloody thrashing Ian Aldwin. And you saw the bickering going on between Mr. Ian Aldwin and the CEO of Fighting Spear Wrestling, Mr. Stockpole. In the Stockpole era, what's going on? Are things falling apart here?